Right, many thanks, Salim, my old friend. As usual, Salim mentioned we've known each other for many years. As usual, he's left me 15 minutes to... So I'm going to thinly provision this presentation, deduplicate it, and get straight to the point. In my role at NetApp, I have the opportunity to meet with many customers and partners across Europe. And what's reassuring, in a way, is that everything that Simon talked about and some of the technology that Salim explained is a common challenge and a common solution right across our European theatre. Everybody right now is facing a lot of the business challenges that Simon outlined. And just before I talk about, really set the scene with some of the new purchasing criteria that customers are considering, I really want to put the context of the trend that we are seeing in the industry. NetApp and Cisco are companies that are all about market transition. And the vision and the strategy that we've developed and that we've aligned with premier leading partners like Adapt is to look at where the market is going to be and to be ready with the technology enablers to deliver the solutions to our customers. For the past 25 years, certainly I've been in IT 25 years, Salim's probably been longer than me, but for the past 25 years, we've really considered how we can deliver IT services to our own organizations. And the questions that our customers are asking today is, I know I have to deliver new IT services, but do I really have to be the provider of those IT services? The analogy I can make really is back in the 70s and 80s in the manufacturing vertical. Any company that was involved in the assembly of product manufactured their own product. And what happened was, and over the last 20, 30 years, what happened was an outsourcing of manufacturing. To the point that today, if you go to any company that assembled product, they outsource manufacturing. Why was that? It was a balance sheet conversation. It was a financial decision. Exactly the same trend is happening right now in IT. It's a balance sheet conversation. So if I need to extend or even build a new data center, and it's going to take me tens of millions of pounds to achieve that, is that investment in equipment and bricks and mortar really the best use of my capital? Or if I have a secure, resilient, performant and scalable infrastructure, can I place my data there? So what we're finding now right across, certainly right across Europe and in the conversations I'm having up and down the UK, as you tell, I'm from a bit further north than here, is that the customers are involving the CFOs and the COOs in these kind of decisions. So this is resulting in new purchasing criteria. And the consideration of the placement of your information and how scalable and secure your information is going to be, it has a critical dependency on this criteria. It needs to be, as Salim mentioned, scale up but also scale out. We need to drive as much efficiency into that infrastructure as we possibly can. The use of new methodology, like intelligent caching, we can't solve the problems today using the same methods that we used when we created those problems in the first place. We have to use, new innovation and new technology, which is where Cisco and NetApp are best placed. Integration of data protection. How are we going to secure and protect this data, make it, either deliver continuous availability or give you, guaranteed secure recovery points for your data. And the integration of really non-stop operations. That's what scale out gives us, non-stop operations. And certainly from a strategy perspective, the technology that you'll see NetApp and Cisco continue to deliver over the next 24 to 36 months are about non-stop operations. So when you combine that with service level agreements and the service wrapper that leading companies like Adapt are delivering to the marketplace, that is where you can begin to have the guarantee and the trust of putting your most valuable asset, which is your information, onto these kind of infrastructures. And this trend towards shared infrastructure, which is absolutely happening today in the industry, is bringing about new use cases and new challenges, such as how do we automate? How do we bring metrics, measurements, analytics to this infrastructure? And how are we going to orchestrate this end-to-end ecosystem? What NetApp and Cisco have done, together with hypervisor companies like VMware, is to build a best-in-class solution stack that looks at the end-to-end ecosystem, all the way from the application through the compute, the network infrastructure, to the back-end storage. And at every point within that solution stack, we have technology enablers to deliver this performance, scalable infrastructure and the resilience required. So for those of you that are not familiar, NetApp is, today, we have been awarded the leading position in our given marketplace. Gartner, one of the global analysts, Gartner have a framework they call the Gartner Magic Quadrant, which measures the vision of a company against its ability to execute. And since November last year, NetApp has been the leading company in that Magic Quadrant in the mid to high-end storage array marketplace. We've been awarded that by our customers, actually, for two reasons: innovation and customer-centric design. So the products that you see are really the delivery vehicle of the strategy that we continue to drive out based on what our customers are demanding. And it's with working together with partners like Adapt that we can continue to deliver these services and these technologies to our customer base. So talking about some of the specific NetApp technologies, and I'll whiz through this slide and get to more detail in a few seconds. I've mentioned on the left-hand side of this slide some of the names of the technology enablers we're using. So some of them you may be familiar with, others you may not be. So things like SATA flash cache, what does that mean? Deduplication, clues in the name, virtual copies. All of these really are about operational efficiency. And it gets back to the point that Salim was making, that hardware, silicon, spinning disk are all actually getting less expensive. So, if we can bring innovation and innovative technologies to the marketplace that can realize far more efficiency out of this tin and hardware, that is going to reduce your operational costs. Then that becomes far more compelling for you as an organization, because at the end of the day, what this technology is allowing you to do is allowing you to build an infrastructure which can give you competitive advantage in your given marketplace. That's what this is all about. This is all about, not only securing your data, but giving you the advantage to accelerate your business. And this is, one of the reasons behind the heritage of the relationship between Cisco and NetApp. So some of the specific storage efficiencies that NetApp lead the market with, deduplication, thinly provisioning, virtual clones, all of these technologies are about driving far more efficiency into the technology that you own, or into the particular use case that you have. Some of the technologies are specifically developed to accelerate performance. Some of them are specifically developed to reduce data footprint and therefore save you capital expense. But overall, as a combined suite of features, it's about this operational agility, which clearly translates to an advantageous business model for you.